So when I came into the MBA programme, I really didn't have an idea what I wanted to do. The 2 years experience you get at LBS is probably equivalent to doing 5 years in industry elsewhere. My wife and I were looking for an adventure, so we decided to go and volunteer for a charity in Malawi. We realised there was actually a great opportunity to develop a business, so I decided to establish my own construction company, and I've been running that for 2 years. On a professional level, I thought it was time to come and actually re-establish myself in the UK. I didn't know if I wanted to be a consultant, an investment banker, or an engineer, or even go out and start my own business once again. It's great coming back to London. My wife and I are living 2 minutes walk away from LBS. It's kind of the whole family here with me. You do have certain areas such as finance and economics where you're studying in a classroom with people who have majored in those subjects. It's been an advantage studying with people who've come from those backgrounds. There is a requirement to graduate with a second language. From the first term actually I've been studying French. There are so many languages here available to you. My colleagues are studying Spanish, Mandarin and Japanese. Career services have really greatly assisted me.
They've gone through a very intensive recruitment process and you've been positively selected from that.
So this summer I've secured an internship with a Japanese investment bank, Nomura. I'll be working for 10 weeks in the sales and trading environment. I realised that actually there are quite a number of people who are currently in Nomura who are ex-LBS. They have all invited me to come and spend some time with them or just simply meet them for a coffee. The Hong Kong GPE for me was one of the highlights of the whole of the MBA experience. It was actually targeted around private equity, venture capital. 80 of us flew out to Hong Kong for a week. I was amazed by the opportunity currently in Hong Kong. Year 2 was way more exciting for me because I really got to focus on areas that I really wanted to learn more about, particularly being a young entrepreneur prior to my MBA. Really got to understand, what it is that investors look for, and hopefully in the future maybe that will put me in a good position to maybe get some money. I was able to build my electives around the opportunity to do a second internship, which I did at a venture capital firm in London called Octopus Investments. We would meet these entrepreneurs and listen to their pitch and pose some difficult questions to try and understand a bit more about their idea. I'd meet with the ventures team lead on a weekly basis, and he would then ask me for what my recommendations would be. I evaluated probably quite a few hundred business plans. I'm aware of only 1 or 2 actually getting to the investment stage. So it's quite a tough environment, but then at the same time, if you make it that far, you're probably onto a winner. A lot of what I learned from being at Octopus is that it's more about the person than necessarily the actual idea. I've been continuing with my French as well, and fortunately, I've learned enough to manage to get through my French level 2 class, which officially means I can now speak business French. I was particularly interested in finding out more about, what it is that good project managers possess, and I managed to reach out to a couple of LBS alums who, one of them works in the construction industry and one in oil and gas. Speaking with them both, I actually was able to ask them and pose some of the questions that I learned from my course, and also try and understand from them what it is that they do in their industry. When I came into the MBA programme, I really didn't have an idea what I wanted to do. I found a really exciting opportunity for me going forward, which is actually to be a consultant specifically in the oil and gas industry. And I actually thought it could bring together all the experience I had pre my MBA being a chartered engineer. I've done so much in the past 2 years that I probably wouldn't have done within that period anywhere else. I think there's just a natural drive here to succeed.